Hello everybody, this is Stacy, and what I'm offering today is cartomancy reading for the energy that's going on for the new moon. The new moon that we're in right now is the Capricorn, and it's winter solstice. So these two combine is a very powerful time. What I want to read is that the very interesting thing about this moon is that, just as this is falling on a solstice, and at the same time this is falling on the solstice, the sun is moving into Capricorn, okay? And within 2 hours, the moon moves into Capricorn, and then 20 minutes later, we had the winter solstice. So these are all very, very big conjunctions. The winter solstice is our darkest night. This is when, the sun is being reborn, that time of thing. But this time, we have this powerful new beginning, and then we have this energy of Capricorn coming in and wanting to, make us headstrong in order to go forward. I'm not going to concentrate on the astrology. I'm going to concentrate more on the cartomancy and the readings of the cards, for that's what this is, cartomancy reading. So our next card is our first card of the reading, and I just want to give you a little bit of history, okay? Cartomancy is basically fortune telling using picture decks, and I know that many of you have seen these decks before, my decks before. They're very beautiful cards, and they're the Gilded Reverie Lenormand deck, okay? Now the first card that we have, and this is the situation that we're in, is the lilies, and there you go. I get you see the lilies, okay? And lilies are about peace, and they're about calmness. They're about serenity. Okay, there is like an essence of sexual kind of passion here as well. This is sexual and this is passion, but with a purity to it. So this has a nice, pure, underlying energy to it. I'm feeling that with this card here, many of us have been doing a lot of inner work this year, been doing a lot of clearing. We've had to go through a lot of changes, starting over, losing our jobs and learning how to deal with our life without that, losing a partner and learning how to live our lives without our partner. Changes, endings, beginnings, that kind of thing. And I'm feeling here that, this is telling us, as we are listening to our intuition and we are guiding ourselves in the way that's going to be for our highest good, this is saying that we are now walking our passion. We are now walking a path of passion. We have listened to our intuition. We have answered our soul's call, or we're in the process of it. And there's many of us that are still in that process because, letting go and actually taking that step and that leap of faith is one of those things that a lot of us have problems doing. It's almost like we don't trust the next steps there. We don't know what we're doing. We get so caught up in the what ifs that we actually lose sight to the what's possible. So, the saying, when one door closes, many others open. The problem of it is that a lot of people don't see those other doors because they're too concentrated on the door that closed. They're too concentrated on living in that past and reliving that same kind of rat wheel kind of thing. But, for those that have done their inner work, are going forward and walking their path of passion, listening to their soul, this is about your soul. Your soul's being pulled here. So for those that have, pay attention to the synchronicities that are happening in your life right now. There's a lot of things that maybe you would even pass up that you don't even think about. Like, wait a minute, that just happened. Wait a minute. It's like, take one step at a time here. Sometimes, we have to, things are stepping stones. Things aren't necessarily meant to stay. We're meant to use them. So this is saying, take this step, then that step. What your soul's leading you to, because you never know where that might lead. But live your passion, walk that passion, and you'll discover more about you, more in depth about yourself, more strength that you never thought you had. You know, many different possibilities are there. So when you're letting yourself listen to your passion and listen to your soul, it'll take you down avenues that you've never even thought were possible. Okay? So the next card we have, and this is what is hidden from us, what is, you know, what we're not fully aware of. And this is the Stork. Okay. Now, I know many of us know the Stork as the bringers of children. You know, they drop the children down to the houses. So, but that's one thing about storks. Storks bring change. They bring this movement. It is, you know, improvements. It's, you know, going for the higher, the evolution, going for the higher good, going for the something higher. And this is in this position, it's telling you that this is happening, although you may not be aware of this, but this change is happening and things are changing. The time is turning, the wheels are turning. It's happening. So if you're wanting to, you know, if you're focused on a move right now, or you're focused on something new coming into your life, maybe you're not aware, but it slowly is. You know, if you had this card, if you're planning on having a baby, this is an auspicious time to do that. This is a good sign right here when you get this. And but you know, one thing that we have to understand is that the Stork brings changes. They bring movement. And this is saying to us that seasons change. It doesn't necessarily mean it's bad. You know, the spring goes into summer, the summer goes into fall, and, you know, this is kind of, you know, a very good conjunction in the fact that we just had our winter solstice on the 21st. So this change is coming, and whether you're aware of it or not, it's going to happen. So I would advise you to just kind of relax into it and allow it to happen. But even though that you don't see on the surface what's happening, it's underneath the surface. These things are turning. These things are happening. So don't lose hope here. Don't feel like, you know, you giving up. The change is happening. It's just not in your conscious awareness right now, but it is going on underneath the surface. The next card that we have is what is known. And this card is the stairs, okay? Now, as you see, there's two doors there, and we're going up this one path, and all of a sudden, you know, we've got to a point to where, hey, there's a fork in the road, so we need to make a choice. This card is about choices and decisions. It's telling you that it's time. So when what is hidden is the Stork, which is about movement and change, and then we have what is known as choices. So this is telling us that we have some major choices and major decisions that need to be made. And what most people, they don't like to face these changes, these difficult, you know, issues, these challenges that come to them. They don't want to face them, so they want to kind of back off and kind of, you know, ignore it. Maybe it'll go away, and it's not going away. Even though you don't make a choice, you are making a choice. You're making a choice to stay in the same place that you are. But what many of us don't understand is that, you know, the one constant in our universe is change. And whether we are wanting to go with it or not, you know, it's changing. So the best way is to be prepared for that and to go with it than to be you know, kicking and screaming into it. Your main goal here is to be grounded during this. So when you're grounded, you're able to make those decisions that's going to be best for you, that's going to be for your highest good. When you're lost in chaos and when you're lost in the emotions of everything, you're not able to fully make those correct decisions for you. So here it's telling you that you need to make decisions. It's bringing these decisions and these choices into your face and saying, make them and make them now. Okay? Now, our advice is the Child card. And this is a pretty card right here. And, you know, this child card can, you know, it means, you know, it can mean children in our life and everything. And, you know, but you see what she's looking at, the little child is looking at is, you know, all the toys, all of the goody stuff, the fairy tale kind of thing. Right here, the advice is really saying that it's time to bring that childlike wonder back to yourself. And I really like this card given this time of year because we are in the holiday seasons, right? Many people are celebrating some major holidays during this time of year. And, you know, there's a lot of beautiful things around. But, you know, there's also a lot of people who get depressed during this time, whether it be they don't have the financial means to give those, you know, to give what they want to give, or they miss loved ones, they're alone, that kind of concept. And this is saying, this is advising you to bring back your childlike wonderment again. This is very good for your growth. This is very good for your heart. You need to laugh. You need to, when is the last time you really laughed? I mean, laughed hysterically. Laughed at just, you know, bubbles bursting, anything. A light heart. Have a light heart. Play at anything. You like to paint. If you like to go swing. Go to a park and go swing, you know. Many things like this, but it's telling you, it's advising you that when you tune in to that energy, when you're tuning into that, it just helps you feel better. It helps you to release some heavy stuff. It just brings an overwhelming sense of release. You know, so let's bring in our childlike wonder during this time, and let's understand that, you know, in order for us to go forward, in order for us to have a life of the highest good possible, we have to not let stuff weigh us down. We have to keep our heart light. Okay? And the next card we have is the Moon card. And I love the Moon card because the moon is about emotions. You know, our moon is our emotional kind of feelings of our depth here. This is about love and emotion, intuition, our psychic abilities here. So this, you know, it has a very much of, the moon brings emotional illuminations. And what I like about the moon as well, as it can guide you through the night, but it can guide you out of the darkness. It can illuminate those things that are hidden, that are in the dark, that are in the shadows. And it just brings an illumination to those things that we thought were hidden. You know, it feels here that as we take this into the outcome part, I really want us to really focus on not letting the emotional energy of the Moon card to really cause an influx in our emotions. Basically meaning, make sure you get your emotions in check, because that's what's going to happen. You've got to make that happen. You've got to make that point to where you are in charge of your emotions and not the other way around. And when you're in charge of your emotions and you're doing that, you're able to make better sound decisions. Okay? You see how this is falling out, right? You see how this is working out. This is telling you that as we work on all of this, it's telling us how we need to kind of release some of those things, and to release some of that is causing us all that pain, all of that stress. And our moon is showing us those things that are hidden, and it's really showing us those things that need to be revealed. And it may be one piece at a time, but that's okay. One piece at a time is okay. So this is about, you know, the moon is simply helping us work to see those things there, and those things that have been hidden to us. It will be shown. And that this moon is saying, you know, listen to your intuition, listen to your gut feeling, follow that gut feeling. Don't listen to your emotions so much. Don't get emotionally overwhelmed by things. Listen to your emotions, your intuitions. Listen to that. bring that back to you. That's when you can do that. When you are bring yourself back to yourself, grounding yourself, that's simply when you can do that. And the card on the bottom of the deck is the fish. And this is the, I always like to read the card on the bottom of the deck because it gives the energy, it gives like a bottom energy of where this reading is coming from. And as you see, there's the fish. And note, there are 3 fish. Okay. This card is about abundance, and it's usually in the financial field. It's a business type thing. So with the 3 there, you know, 3 is a really strong number. This is about manifestation. So right here, what I'm feeling is that the energy of what is going on, this energy of the fish, this energy of this new moon, of this winter solstice, of this time, is supporting us in a way that is saying that it is ripe for manifestation. It is time for manifestation. Be careful what you wish for right now, because it's going to happen. Be careful what you're focused upon. Be careful what you're doing. Be careful, you know, those thoughts that you're having in the back of your mind. Be careful of those, because it is ripe. The soil is very ripe for growth. So this is a good time for manifestation, okay? The thing about this is that you have to remember that you have to take action towards those things that you want. So take that action. Make that action towards those things you want. That physical action to those things that you want to manifest, and things will work out for you and better. So that is a general reading of what is going on right now in our new Capricorn new moon and winter solstice energy. If you would like a more personal reading, or even a reading based off this reading, if you would like me to lay this deck out and then read for you personally to get more personalized reading of what this energy is meaning for you, simply email me. I can discuss details from there. Okay? Thank you, and y'all have a great day. Happy winter solstice and Capricorn new moon.